9,355. All right. And so now what we want to do is, again, the big strategy here is we want to get this question mark alone by itself on the right-hand side of our equation. Again, here's our equal sign. Everything to the right, everything over here is the right-hand side of the equation, and everything over here to the left of the equal sign is the left-hand side of the equation. So we want to get this question mark by itself on the right-hand side of the equation. So what do? Well, we see that we've got the question mark plus 9,355. So we want to clear this 9,355 out of here. So what we want to do is we want to do the inverse operation, also known as the opposite operation. So the opposite or the inverse of addition is subtraction. So we want to subtract 9,355. All right, and so why do we want to do that? Well, 9,355 minus 9,355 is going to be 0. So all of this will be cleared out, and we're going to be left with this question mark here. All right, and so there's one catch here though. Whatever you do to one side, remember you always do to the other side. Okay, so now we've got this 9,355, and we're going to have to subtract. All right, so let me put this in my calculator, and we see 9,355, and we're going to be left with 0, or we've got 1,086. We've got 1086. All right, and that's going to be the answer here. So the heat of combustion for chemical 4 is 1086. Okay. And so basically what we had to do here, let's just do a quick recap, right? So that's our answer here, our 1086. We just had to understand how to get the mean. And you get the mean by you take all these numbers in the data set and you add them up, and then you divide by the total number of numbers. So from here, if we wanted to check this, which I'm not going to do for the sake of time, but if we wanted to check it, we would just take all of these numbers here, all right? We would line them all up, and then we're going to add them up, and then we divide by 5, because there's 5 numbers in the number set, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and we do that, and then that should give us 2088.2. All right, but in this case, this wasn't really just an example of finding the mean. We were given the mean, and we were given a data set, but one of the numbers in the data set was missing, so that's why we had to do this. But these mean, median, mode, and range questions are quite common on the science section, so I do recommend you check out my video on mean, median, mode, and range. I show you some more examples of how to do this, but just quickly, if we wanted to find the range in this data set, to find the range, what you do is you just take the biggest number in the data set and the smallest number, and you would subtract them. So the biggest number here looks like 3,393, and so we would just find the smallest number now, which is 1086, and we'd subtract them. All right, and I'm not going to do it just for the sake of time. We don't really care, but I'm just showing you this is how you would find the range. All right, you just take the biggest number in the data set and the smallest number, and you subtract them. That's how you get the range. So we know how to do the mean, we know how to do the range. Now what about the mode? Well, in this case, we don't see, all the numbers just appear once, so we don't see a mode here. The mode is the most occurring number, all right, but really they all occur one time here, so the mode is not something we're going to worry about here. All right, so we have the mean, median, and what about the median? So in order to get the median number, what you need to do is you need to order the numbers from smallest to greatest, and then you look at the middle number. All right, so we do that quickly here. We would do 1086, and I'm just ordering these from smallest to greatest, and then the next greatest would be